Welcome to a special episode of We Signed Up for This Race Review podcast with Matt and Sue.
Today is a special day, so we are recording an episode, which we didn't intend to do.
It's the day after my birthday.
Right, or March 4th, which is New York City Marathon Lottery notification day. There was a lot of buzz going on around this, and
the results are in.
The results are in.
Shocker. Sue got in again.
So I did get in. I enter it every year. Listen, everyone's going on about this 1%. I'm a part of the 1%. I will be running the New York City Marathon in 2026. It will be the fourth time that I am running this marathon. It was my first marathon back in 2021, which we will review at a later date.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
First off, I have to remind you of a conversation we had on the way back from the Toronto Marathon.
Yeah.
In the fall, not even a year by now. I'll let everyone know that Sue was in the car, saw from the race, turned to me and said, "Remind me, I don't want to do another marathon. I am a half marathon girl."
I am a half marathon girl.
And I said, "Oh, really? Okay." She goes, "Whatever it is, don't."
Wait. Okay. So in that conversation,
yes, I know. I was going to get to it.
What was the next part that we said?
I said, "What's going to happen?"
No. What did you say? You said, "What if it's a world major?" I said, "Oh, I'll do a world major."
Mm-hmm, you did.
Then you said, "What if it's New York City?" I said, "Oh, I'll do New York City." So I'm doing New York City.
And I'm not. Once again, I got rejected from the lottery.
Poor Matt.
Yes. Which is really pretty funny.
Yep. And what I will say is, so this is now the second time in 5 years that I have won through the lottery, actually 4 years, because the first time that I ran it was 2021. And I ran through Fred's team and fundraised through them. That was right after I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I did my fundraising goal was to run a marathon 6 months post surgery. So that was my first marathon in 2021. In 2022, I entered the lottery just for fun and I got it. Then in 2024, I ran with Team TCS Teachers, which we will talk about in another episode because it is our favorite program ever.
Yes. Awesome
and so
program.
I got to run my third New York City Marathon with them. And then this year again, I entered the lottery because, again, it's a local race for us. New York City races are easy. It's a world major. There's no energy like it. Even when I told you that I got it today, you're like, yeah, you do like that race. I like New York City.
I have to correct you. And there's no hate for the New York City. It's not an easy race compared to other races.
No, but okay, I don't have to get a hotel. Yes. I did get a hotel the first year, but we don't have to get a hotel for where we live. But
that's true.
In this year, I got the New York Roadrunners has a program that if you are a member of the New York Roadrunners, which I suggest everyone do, they give a second chance drawing.
Guess what? I didn't get in for that one either. So it doesn't guarantee anything.
You did not. No, it doesn't guarantee you, but it gives you a second chance, right? It's just called a second chance.
Or a second rejection.
Or a second, right. In your letter, it did say you didn't meet the lotto or your second.
So I got rejected, not once today, but twice. Just to throw that out.
But at least it wasn't on your birthday yesterday.
No, that's true.
So at least there's a silver lining for that. But the buzz around the run community, the online community right now, all of our feeds are blowing up with people posting, "I am the 1%," which I guess means you're part of the 99%.
Yes.
But for those of us who are the 1% that got that awesome congratulations letter, let's hear some stats.
Yes. I'm a math teacher. I love numbers. So I went into a deep dive of what is statistically easier to happen than winning the lottery at the New York City Marathon. So you can flip a coin 7 times in a row to get heads is easier statistically. Rolling double sixes with 1 die. This one was interesting. For an average golfer to get a hole in one is easier statistically to get into the New York City Marathon. Another one, it's good to know. Getting struck by lightning in your lifetime is statistically...
What's that statistics? Did you know? You didn't write that down?
It's like 7%.
Oh. Okay. I'm like, I want to know what the stats are. You're not telling us what the stats are.
Being left-handed 10% of the people are.
So you're 10% of that population, but 99% of this population.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What would you rather be with? The lefties or
The lefties.
yeah, but
one of my
you're in your right mind. Is that that joke? No? Okay.
Yeah. I always wanted to be above 6 foot. I'm not. Shocker. But statistically, of the U.S. males, 2 to 3% are 6 feet 4 inches taller. Becoming a millionaire in the U.S., you have a better chance. It's 8 to 9%.
Huh. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yes. Drawing an ace from a deck of cards, 7.7%. There's also one that I didn't mention that is easier than getting into the New York City Marathon.
Oh, my Harvard.
Yep.
So I'm actually a high school counselor, and college admissions is what I do all day, every day. And yes, I did write some stats down. So Harvard actually has a 3.6% acceptance rate. Stanford has a 3.7% acceptance rate. Yale also has a 3.7% acceptance rate. Columbia was 3.9. MIT was 4.5. And Princeton was also a 4.5. So statistically, it is easier to get into an Ivy League school than to get into the New York City Marathon via the lottery.
So there's a chance I can get into an Ivy League school? That's better, easier? Nice.
I mean, I guess if you're going to look at it that way, there's a lot of more hoops than clicking a button and putting your credit card in to get into those schools. So any of my kids watching this at home, please don't take this as, oh, good, this is going to be easier to get in.
So you're saying there's a chance for them.
But they're saying there's a chance.
Another rabbit hole I went down today, because I've ran a New York City Marathon twice, and I was thinking about this. The last time I won a lottery in a New York Roadrunners race.
Was it the marathon or any race?
Any race.
Or was it Brooklyn? Okay.
Okay. Well, when I started running, there was no lottery for Brooklyn.
Oh, it was just anyone could do.
You just signed up, paid, and the price was $25.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good deal.
It was. And if you were a New York Roadrunner.
What was your birthday yesterday? I'm just kidding. How old are you again?
51. I'm old. But was in 2011.
Oh, wow.
So I went through a deep dive of what has changed since then.
Okay, so let's hear this.
One of my nostalgic ones was I did not have an iPhone. I was still using
interesting.
my BlackBerry.
I probably then was too. I had a pink BlackBerry. It was very pretty. I miss my BlackBerry.
I was going to say, the people who had BlackBerries, if you know, you know, that was peak.
Yep. That like second gen BlackBerry was like really
the
nice.
keyboard,
small,
and the little ball.
The little ball. I was just thinking that.
I miss those days.
Yep.
There was no Instagram, TikTok, Twitter /X. The only social media people had was Facebook.
Okay.
All right. When I was running back then, there was no smartwatches. The Garmin's back then were big and clunky. I ran with a Casio watch that I would literally, you would just kind of know the route and kind of do the mental math, which was fine. I liked it. I kind of missed that a little bit, running with a simple stopwatch.
Yes, you used to tell me, you're like, oh, I estimate like how much I ran. I know how much is I'm like, no, but that's not like accurate.
You ran a lot by feel. You didn't know your heart rate. You just, easy days, you just took it easy. On hard days, you did harder. Now I think, which I love data, but I think some ways we're too tied to data. Yes. I miss those simple days when you would just
Sometimes I wake up and I feel okay. And my watch says I had terrible sleep and my HRV is really low. And I'm like, oh, I must be really bad. But I woke up okay. So I have to like get out of my head and be like, no, you're fine. You can ignore sort of what's happening for the day.
I didn't know if I was productive or unproductive. I don't know.
Yeah. At least you're not detraining.
Exactly.
I get that one every once in a while.
This one I remember, I forgot, and it just brought back memories.
Yeah.
When I listened to music, you know what device I used to listen to music back then?
I know, boombox on your shoulder running around.
That wouldn't be ideal. No,
probably not.
No, never did that.
But I didn't run back then, so I don't know what you had to do in the old ages.
The iPod Shuffle.
The iPod Shuffle. Wait, was that the little square one?
Yes.
With just like one button?
It was so ideal. You would just clip it on your
But you had to plug it in. And you had to
wired headphones. Oh, yeah. iPod
really
Shuffle.
funny.
That was
Yeah,
that was
I
the
had an
second
iPod
generation.
Shuffle.
I had the first generation was like a little like stick a little bit.
Yeah.
And the way you charged it, it was you would take the cap off, it was a USB, and you would
And you
plug
had
it
to plug
in.
it in. Yeah, I remember
And you would
that.
have to upload the music
I
from
loved
iTunes.
that little iPod Shuffle.
Yeah, it was great.
That was really cool. Honestly, if they brought that back,
I would totally buy
I
it.
would totally do too. Because then you don't. I mean, I guess you can put if you have the Garmin with the music on it, you can download to that. I mean, I don't run with music anyway, but like I feel like that little device would be helpful to carry music around.
That one definitely.
My daughter would love that.
Yes.
She doesn't have an iPhone, so we need that back
100%.
so she can listen to music.
Another one. Netflix still was mailing DVDs to people.
Oh, I was going to say, was it even around? It was around in 2011?
They would do the mail, the DVDs.
It was the mail. Okay.
For the young people, this is before streaming. You would request a DVD, they would mail it to you.
In a red envelope.
Yep. It was big.
And then I had the plan once where you could have 3 at a time. And then you could I would keep returning 2, but then one of them I would just keep forever because I didn't get around to watching it. And I was just wasting money.
I would do Redbox.
Oh, you would do one? Oh, no. So I never got into Redbox too much.
Yeah. Well, you know me. There was always outside 7-Elevens. I love my 7-Elevens. The only thing better than a 7-Eleven?
Wawa.
Wawa. Love Wawa.
Wawa. But we haven't gone to a Buc-ee's. So if you've gone to a Buc-ee's, talk to us about Buc-ee's because we hear all about it. Have you got to Buc-ee's?
No.
Yeah, you haven't.
We got to take a road trip.
You were talking about that. And people love that.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But we do love a good Wawa when we go to New Jersey. We love
Yeah.
Wawa. Shout out to Wawa.
Yeah. My Boston qualifying time then for my age bracket
Oh, back then.
was 3:30. I still wouldn't qualify.
Okay.
I ran races that I have no pictures of.
Oh, that sounds so sad.
I have marathons, literally.
A marathon and there was no picture?
You have to understand something.
There was no cameras back then.
They had race photos, but only for the big ones. You didn't have a camera. So when I ran some of like the Hamptons was
Oh
a
my
small
gosh.
race. They didn't have photographers. So I have marathons.
Right.
that
And
I've
things
ran.
probably weren't digital, like readily available or like
Yep.
at good quality. Interesting.
Yep.
That's really funny.
This one's funny. Zoom wasn't a verb.
That's really funny. Yeah.
So those are the things that have changed since 2011. Since the last time I got into a New York City lottery
Yeah.
for a race. So then the next thing I decided to do, because as Sue always says, I do love running my marathons. I love the distance. I love the race.
Mm-hmm.
So since I did not get into New York City, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for my fall marathon. Because I do like to run a spring marathon.
Sorry. New York City Marathon 2022 mug. Sorry, go.
How many of those you have?
3.
So what I did is I went to my favorite website, findmymarathon.com, and looked at options for Matt's fall marathon.
Okay.
Now, so what I did here is I have some criteria.
Yeah.
I picked some realistic marathons that we
Okay.
can actually do.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, you, because I'm doing New York City.
But I did pick a lot of them.
Oh, that have a half.
That have a half option so that we can do
Awesome.
that. I made sure that I did not pick one on the same weekend as New York City.
Perfect.
All right.
And
And
not like the weekend before, the weekend after, because I don't want to run a half marathon the weekend before. All right. But I can go
Okay.
cheer. I can
Yeah,
cheer.
yeah.
That's okay.
I can't remember if I did one before
That's okay.
or after. I got those. But then I have 2 races that are just,
Okay.
since you are so lucky that you're going to play the lottery and hit it big, that we're going to have billions of dollars that we can just go anywhere. So I got
Okay.
2 races
I got some-
after
some
she wins the
airline
lottery that we can do for the fall.
Okay.
Now, also, Sue doesn't know this list, so we're going to watch her blind reactions here.
Okay. I'm excited.
Okay, so my first one,
Yeah.
all right, no particular order. Actually, the order I have is probably calendar, but not really. The first one
So no
was
order.
I do like this one.
Okay.
And when I explained it, I did not know about it. Doing some research, I found it out, is the Hartford Marathon and Half Marathon. It's Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
It is the Saturday of Columbus Day weekend.
Oh, that's cool because we'll have off a day.
Yes, but the hard part will be get there for race pickup on the Friday, but we can figure it out.
Okay.
Now,
Oh, it's a Saturday.
Saturday race. The full had 2,000. The half had a little less than 4,000. So a nice size race.
Okay.
But here's the interesting thing about it.
Yeah.
There is a Connecticut challenge.
Okay.
They have June 6th,
Okay.
the Yukon Health Half Marathon.
Oh, yeah, we saw that last year, remember?
10K, 5K.
Yeah.
If you run the Connecticut double, they call it, if you run the half in June and the Hartford full or the full, which would be me, you get a special medal.
Cool.
And I love challenges.
It's almost like that wine glass one.
Yes.
Okay. So that sounds cool. And I looked up when I was looking last year, I did a half marathon every single month.
And that was
one of the ones I was doing. That's a week after High Rocks for me, so I probably won't do it, but I'll go cheer for you.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
I did look. That day, they have a half marathon, 10K, and a 5K.
Okay.
So.
Or I could be in a wheelchair after High Rocks. So
you'll be fine.
There's that.
Okay. One that I found, not really loving it, and I'll explain why, but the name is really cool.
Okay.
All right. It is the Wicked Fast Marathon in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. It's a downhill.
Yes, they have a half too, I think.
Yes.
Because didn't I send you that?
Yes. Yeah. So they have, this is the same race organizers as the Steamtown.
Yeah.
And the reason I didn't put the Steamtown on the list, I haven't listed, but it only has a full.
Yes.
But
I want to get the Steamtown one.
Yes. So Steamtown. Oh, you want to run a full marathon, Steamtown? Oh, shocking. Okay. All right, but
maybe I should stop saying that.
The Wicked Fast.
Yeah.
That name is pretty cool.
It is cool.
They have a full and a half.
Wait, it's all downhill?
It's a net downhill.
Oh, okay.
I think all down. Yes. No, I think it's a full downhill, not net down. Oh. The full is on the Saturday, September 12th. The half is the following day. So it's kind of interesting.
Okay. So I could actually do the full and then do New York City.
Oh, girl.
Because listen, what I was thinking is, so I'm at 8 marathons since 2021. So if I end up doing, let's say one of these on this plan, and then I do New York City will be number 10, then I can call it a day. In 5 years, I did 10 marathons, started with New York City, ended New York City.
Until you put in next year for the New York City Lottery and get in.
Probably.
Okay. Probably moving on.
That one sounds lovely.
Another lovely course.
Yeah.
Is again the same weekend, Columbus Day weekend, but it's on the Sunday.
Okay. Probably logistically easier.
Yes. This is a fast course, scenic, and a net downhill. It's written as one of the more beautiful courses. It is the Mohawk Hudson River outside of Albany.
Oh, interesting.
It has a full and a half. There's 600 for the full, 1,000 for the half. They had on their website.
So it's tiny.
It's a small amount race.
So then that for a full wouldn't be good for me because.
But 1,000 for the half.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I did the full.
And they run through a park, very similar park it looked like to the half that we did in Connecticut over the summer. You remember that?
Oh, the John and Jesse?
Yes, you remember that park that we went in and you turn around? It was kind of narrow. Looked a lot like that.
Okay.
Looked really cool.
Sounds okay.
Logistic, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Memorial, Columbus Day weekend.
Yeah, so the timing of that one works better.
I would have to mention, I know she's going to get a little jealous. Do I want to do the Marine Corps Marathon?
That was going to be my goal for this fall. Wow, I forgot
10:25.
I forgot.
They don't have a half option that day.
Okay. No, they don't. They have that challenge.
Yes, in the spring and the fall.
Wait, what week can I do both?
10:25.
Because when does that registration open?
I think it's the weekend before.
No. When does the registration open?
Soon.
Right, and then 10:25.
I think it's the weekend before.
Oh, so it'll be 2 weekends.
Back to back.
2 marathons in 2 weeks.
Yeah. But she doesn't want to run any more marathons, mind you.
But I did want to do Marine Corps. Please don't do Marine Corps. Wait for me. That's what I forgot that's what we were going to do this year. That's what I wanted to do last year, Marine Corps. And then he got into Team TCS for Toronto, which was great. So we switched our plans to Toronto. But I was really sad that I wasn't there for Marine Corps.
Yep.
But you're not doing that this year. We'll do it next year.
Or am I? Okay, another one. This one is not. It would be tough, but I think kind of cool. I think we can put it on our list. Is one day due, and it's written up and highly rated. The Detroit Free Press Marathon.
Oh yeah.
It is on October 19th.
Yeah.
The full there
There's a
is
full and a half. That's the one that
Now,
goes
so-
in. Isn't that the one that goes into Canada and back? Or no, that's the international.
yeah. Oh, I didn't see that one. Or is it Detroit?
That-
I think
that
it was
was-
Detroit Free Press one.
I thought that's what it was.
Okay.
That's why when you said no.
So I don't remember now. But what was interesting
Okay.
about this one, they have 4 races over the weekend. On Saturday, they have a mile and a 5K.
Okay.
Then Sunday, they have a half and a full.
Yeah.
If you do a combination of the races, a challenge, extra medal, over the 4 races, they have 26,000 runners. So pretty good, pretty nice. We've never been to Detroit. Why not go?
Yeah.
But that was one.
That one sounds
Now, I found one. When I say this to her, she's going to want to do this one.
No, I'm already sad about Marine Corps.
Now, this one's... And we can talk about why.
Okay.
Where did we go in December with the family?
Tampa.
And then where did we go that everyone enjoyed? The one thing that everyone liked.
Oh, Space Coast. You're not doing that without me.
No, wait a second. So the Space Coast Marathon weekend is 11/22. They have a half and a full.
No. But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go do the full. So you're not doing that one. You're not
Wait
doing
a
Marine
second.
Corps. You're not
Wait a
doing
second.
Marine Corps, and you're not.
You
doing
have to do the
Space
full,
Coast.
but for someone, I'm not doing any more fulls. I'm glad this is on camera.
But so Space Coast. So I did the Air Force
Yes.
half
Mhm.
when I was in Columbus last year. Again, my plan was to do halves every month. I was there for a conference. I figured I could run a half and then get back to the conference before it started. I did not have time to run a full. So I'm super sad that I never did the full there. But they have this like military series that you could get these little coins if you do Space Coast, Marine
Space
Corps.
Coast is part of that one?
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't
think.
realize. No, because I didn't think it was part of it. But we could.
I thought it was.
I know
Maybe
that,
not.
but we can take a look.
Yeah, we'll take a look. But I thought it was. I
Okay.
thought Space Coast was.
With all that being said, what I really see myself doing in the fall, for the third
Oh,
year in
maybe
a row.
Space Coast isn't. Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
Maybe what's the one in North
North
Carolina?
Carolina was the Coast Guard.
The Coast Guard. I thought for some reason Space Coast was. Maybe not.
No, I don't.
Because maybe that's not. I don't know.
But
Maybe I'm
what
wrong on all of that.
So my 2.
We didn't do a lot of research for this episode.
No, I don't think that was part of it.
Okay, I don't think so either.
Because I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you're right.
The 2, when she wins the lottery, that we're going to sign up for.
Okay.
California International Marathon.
100%.
The CIA.
Yep.
Downhill, fast, in California.
Yep.
First weekend in December. We're going to be there because she's going to hit the Mega Millions.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's do that.
Then,
I would like to do that one.
I do too.
We've had friends that have done that. They like
It's a good one. But the really pie in the sky. Again, Columbus Day weekend.
yeah.
The Melbourne, Australia Marathon. It has a half.
And we don't have 2 weeks to get there and or get back.
We could stop working if you make $7 billion on the lottery. Come on now.
Really funny. I'd rather put in for Sydney if we're going to go to get one of our
Yeah, but that's supposed to be how hard is that lottery?
Sydney. Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. I won't win it.
First year.
Yeah.
You win.
But with all
No, you're like, you'd win it, and then we'd have to figure
Yeah.
out how to get to Australia.
Exactly. But with all that being said, what I see myself doing for the fall,
Yeah.
for the third year in a row, we're going back up to Corning, doing wine glass again, which I have no problem with.
And I already have the hotel, so we're going to do an episode on Wine Glass. That one is coming up. That is one of our favorite. Registration's going to be,
Soon.
the next tier is done. It always sells out.
It's a great race.
I do love Wine Glass. We've done the half and we've done the full. Both are equally great. I actually think there's a little bit more perks to doing the half. You get to finish a little earlier, but
One of the
your
best-
one
one
was
of the
in
Best finish
a
lines.
school.
I love it.
The start for the half was in a school instead of a field where we were freezing under a tent. Yeah, it was a cool experience for that. Like, it was like fog coming up when we
Yeah,
got out
it
there.
was.
But either way, Wine Glass, yes. I mean, and we already have the hotel, so we're already doing the half. But obviously, we didn't register for that, so we have to figure out your plan now
Yep.
for your fall.
So, out of those realistic ones, besides wine glass, what do you think?
I don't know, that Wicked one sounds funny. So, like, I would have to, like, look at a calendar.
Yeah.
And I would have to, like, decide realistically, please don't do Marine Corps. Please don't do Space Coast. I want to do both of those.
But Space Coast has a half.
No. But what I'm saying is I don't, no.
Okay.
I'm saying, yeah.
You got it. Listen.
And also it's 11:22. So 2 weeks after, 21 days after, am I going to run a half?
I did wine glass a week after.
You're different. You run 20 miles on a weekend, right? I average 60 miles a month.
You ran 3 marathons in 4 weeks.
In 28 days.
Yes. So.
Yeah, but like that's not on my agenda for this year to do that.
Until she fills it up. We'll see what happens. But if anyone has any suggestions of any good races, please drop them in the comments. Yep. Let's hear it.
Let us know. If we had to pick and sign Matt up for something, tell us what it is, because he did not get into New York City. Obviously, we will try every which way possible. I don't know if anyone saw our attempts to woo MasterCard with my toilet paper or his salt packets. We thought we had solid tips. We did not get picked. I would love that priceless experience through MasterCard to run at the front of the race. I know, there was some drama about that last year. But some of our clubs will raffle off bibs and all that. So you know what? There still is hope. May the odds be ever in your favor. Listen, and today is the only day of the year that tells you to do something. So March 4th, babe, March 4th.
All right, let's go get those lotto tickets.
I'm just going to drink my New York City Marathon water. I'm just kidding. Congrats to everyone who got in. Truly an amazing feat this year. And for those of you who didn't, you are in good company. The 99% of you who unfortunately are not having the best, news that you got today. I will say, and as that email that you did get, look at some fundraising options. There are great fundraisers that are out there. For people who are in the area, that 9+1 program is also an easy way to get guaranteed. Again, you run 9 of the races that are on that list, and you volunteer at one event, which is giving back to the run community anyway. Then you can get a guaranteed entry. A lot of our friends do it every year.
Yep.
And how they get in, I keep trying to tell Matt to do that. But, and again, I think for someone who it's going to be their first marathon and they really want, and their sights set on that 9+1 is a great way to do it. But again, the fundraising I would say, jump in on them now, get in early because they do fill up as well.
Yes.
And again, I did run with Fred's team my first year. It was so great. It was so nice being a part of that team. I looked terrible in orange, but I rocked that orange for that. When I ran past MSK again, 6 months after my surgery, it was the most amazing experience ever. And people were cheering for you. People were screaming Fred's team for you. There is nothing like New York City in the world. I'm super excited to have been selected for this year's 2026 New York City Marathon. And again, for marathon number 4 at New York City. And
for everyone that did get in, enjoy the race. It is unlike any other marathon.
Yep.
Can't wait to hear everyone's stories. It is incredible. Yep. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Also,
don't worry if you're on the upper bridge or lower bridge, although I did drop back a tier once so that I could run on the upper bridge. What I was going to say is be on the lookout. We will do a podcast as it gets closer from both of our experiences, running the race, tips, some just good helpful hints, because it is an interesting race, unlike any other race that I think lots of rules, like a lot of different things. And when you start to think about the logistics, people there. It does get overwhelming. We'll break it down for you, so it's really easy. But it does get overwhelming at first. Yeah, so. I'm excited for that episode. But, other than that, March 4th, everybody. Make sure to like, subscribe. March 4th. And comment what Marathon Matt should do.